Learn English through fun, real conversations. Speak English with Aisell podcast.
Uh, my name is Abdelrahman. I like food.
Wait, is that really your best introduction? Don't let your brain freeze again. Today, we change that forever. English Leap Podcast from Speak English with Class. Hey English learners, welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, your English podcast for real conversation practice and easy English in daily life.
And today's episode is a B1 level episode. So if you are an intermediate learner, this is just right for you. I'm Abdurrahman and I'm with Aisell. We're really happy you're here with us today. Aisell, how are you today? Was it a busy day for you?
A little busy, yeah. I was working this morning and I had a long call with a student, but I'm happy to sit down and talk with you now.
Same here. I had a lot of screen time today, so it feels nice to just relax and chat with you and our listeners.
Yeah, it's like we're all in the same room just talking together. Okay, so yeah, before we start, we want to ask you for a tiny favor.
Yes, one small thing for your finger and one big thing for our heart. If you enjoy learning with us, please like this episode and subscribe to the channel. It helps more learners find the English Leap podcast.
And we'd love it if you write a comment too. Just one simple sentence is already great, like what's your name and where are you from?
Yeah, we really love to know about our lovely listeners. And when you write a comment, it's like sending your English brain to the gym.
Your brain has to choose words and build a sentence. That makes your English stronger. So even if you're shy, it's okay. One short sentence is already good exercise.
All right, let's talk about today's topic. Today, we're going to help you with something important and sometimes scary: how to talk about yourself in English.
Many learners tell us, I can answer questions like, where are you from? Or what do you do? But when someone says, so tell me about yourself, their brain freezes.
Yes, suddenly the mind is empty or too full. So in this episode, we'll give you a simple structure and many sentence options. We will also share our own full introductions at the end as real examples.
And step by step, we'll show you different ways you can speak about each part of your life, so you can choose what sounds best for you.
Yeah, step by step. But before we build it, we should understand why this skill matters, right, Aisell? Why is this skill important?
It's really important because you use it in many situations. When you meet a new classmate, a new coworker, your teacher, a neighbor, or an online friend, they often say, tell me about yourself. And not only in daily life, also in job interviews, travel, or language exchanges, right?
Right. And I remember one language exchange I joined. We sat in a big circle. The leader said, okay, everyone will introduce themselves in English. Name, country, job, hobbies. I can feel the pressure already.
Everyone is listening, waiting for you.
Yes, my turn was coming like a slow train. In my head, I was repeating, my name is Abdurrahman, I'm from Egypt, And then the brain did something different, right?
Completely. When everybody looked at me, my mind went blank. I said, my name is Aisell, I like food.
Food is always safe. At least nobody can argue with that. But inside, I knew I could say more if I had a clear, simple script in my head.
Oh, really? I understand that feeling. I had a similar moment on a flight once.
What happened? Oh, really? What happened?
I was talking with the woman next to me. She asked, so what do you do? Tell me about yourself. And in my brain, I suddenly had too many pictures. My job, my hobbies, my family, my favorite coffee, everything at the same time.
So all the ideas came together in one big cloud.
Yes, a big noisy cloud. And my answer was not very clear. I felt I was jumping from one thing to another.
Yeah, that happens a lot. After that flight, I thought, I should have a short, prepared way to talk about myself. Something calm and simple.
That's why we say your self-introduction is like a short movie script about you. When you know your script, you feel much calmer.
And remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need clear, simple sentences that you can say even when you feel a bit nervous. It's about confidence, not a dictionary.
Now, before we build this little script about you, there's something simple to remember. There are 3 common situations where people give their introduction.
3 situations, yes. Sometimes it's informal, sometimes it's semi-formal, and sometimes it's very formal.
Informal is when you're just chatting with people in a relaxed place, like with friends, classmates, or someone you meet at a cafe or a party.
Yeah, when you're just talking, laughing, maybe holding a coffee. Nobody expects a big, serious introduction there.
Semi-formal is when it's friendly, but also a bit professional, like a conference, a meetup, or an event with creators or colleagues.
Exactly. People smile, they joke a little, but you still want to sound polite and a bit professional.
And formal is when things are very official. A job interview, a meeting with a manager, or something at a government office.
In those moments, the introduction is still simple, but your words are more careful. So the idea is, feel the situation first, then choose your style.
Yeah, if you're sitting on a sofa with a friend, you probably won't say, "Good afternoon, it's a pleasure to meet you." That would sound a bit too serious for a sofa.
And in a job interview, saying, "Hey, what's up?" is maybe not the best start.
Yeah, maybe save that for your friends. So listen to the atmosphere, look at the person, and then choose your style.
Let's start with the first part of any introduction, the greeting.
The greeting, yes, the very first words you say.
For more serious, formal moments, you can use simple phrases like hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Very clean, very safe.
For example, in an interview, you can say, "Good morning, thank you for seeing me today." Polite, clear, and not too long.
For semi-formal situations, like meeting new colleagues, you can say hi there or just morning as a friendly short version.
Yeah, morning feels relaxed, but still polite. And for informal situations with friends, you can say hi, hey, or hey there.
Some people also say what's up or how's it going, but be careful. Choose something that feels natural for you.
Natural for you, not just cool on TikTok. Right. If you never say, "Yo, what's up" in your own language, maybe don't start with that in English.
Yeah, I tried yo once in front of my students. They looked at me like, "Aisell, are you okay?" So maybe don't surprise your listeners too much.
Better idea. Pick one greeting you really like and practice it. For example, "Hi, nice to meet you."
Simple, friendly, easy to remember. After your greeting, the next step is your name.
You can keep it very simple. "I'm Abdelrahman."
Or, "I'm Aisell." You can also say, "Nice to meet you. I'm Abdelrahman." Abdelrahman, how do you usually introduce yourself?
In an informal place, I usually say, "Hey, I'm Abdelrahman." In a formal place, I say, "Hello, my name is Abdelrahman Smith. Nice to meet you."
I often say, "Hi, I'm Aisell. Nice to meet you." Short and easy. So our first mini script is, "Hi, I'm Aisell," or "Hello, my name is Aisell. Nice to meet you."
And of course, you don't have to be Aisell. Please don't all be Aisell. Just change it to your own name and you already have a good start.
Now let's add another part, where you're from and where you live, your little life map.
You can start very simply. "I'm from Brazil," "I'm from Turkey," or "I'm from Egypt."
If you want to add the city, you can say, "I'm from Sao Paulo in Brazil," or "I'm from Cairo in Egypt."
Same pattern, city plus country. And sometimes your birthplace and your current city are different.
Then you can make a slightly longer sentence. For example, "I was born in a small town, but now I live in Cairo." Or, "I'm originally from Poland, but I live in Berlin now."
You can also talk about time. "I've been living in Cairo for 3 years." But if that feels heavy, don't worry. Keep it light.
Exactly. The important thing is that the other person can see a small map in their head of where you come from and where you are now. Not a perfect GPS, just a friendly map.
So after your name and where you're from, people often ask, "What do you do?" This question is everywhere.
You can answer with a short sentence, like, "I work as an English teacher," "I work as a nurse," or "I work as a shop assistant." All of these are very clear.
You can also talk about the company or the department. For example, "I work for a bank in the IT department," or "I work for a hospital in the administration department."
Sometimes you just want to say the field. Then you can say, "I work in education," "I work in sales," or "I work in marketing."
And maybe you don't have a job right now because you're a student. Then you can say, "I'm a student. I study computer science," or "I study English at university."
While you listen, think, which sentence is closest to my life? Later, you can make your own version. For example, "I'm from Mexico, I live in Madrid, and I work in sales."
So, after your job or study, the next question is often about your family or your home.
Yeah, people love to ask, do you live with your family or who do you live with?
You can answer very simply. For example, "I live with my parents," or "I live with my husband and 2 children," or "I live with my wife and our son."
If you live alone, you can say, I live alone in a small apartment, or I live alone in a shared flat. A flat is the same as an apartment.
If you live with a friend, you can say, I share an apartment with a friend. Or, I live with my cousin in a small flat in the city.
People also ask about brothers and sisters. You can say, I have one brother and one sister. Or, I have two older brothers. Or, I have one younger sister.
If you have no brothers or sisters, you can say, I'm an only child. That means you are the only son or daughter in your family.
For example, I could say, I'm from Egypt. I live in Cairo with my partner, and I have one younger brother. Just an example.
And I could say, I'm from Egypt. I live in Cairo with a friend, and I have one older sister. You see, it's not a long story, just one or two calm sentences.
And you don't have to tell every family secret in the first 5 minutes. Just share a small, friendly picture of who is close to you.
While you listen, think, what is true for me? Do I live with my parents, my children, or alone? Later, you can build your sentence. For example, I'm from Turkey. I live in Istanbul with my parents, and I have one younger brother. That sounds very warm.
Now, let's move to a more fun part, your hobbies and your free time. This shows your personality.
You can start with, in my free time, I like reading. Or, in my free time, I like cooking. Or, when I have some spare time, I go jogging.
You can also say, I'm really into music, or I'm a big fan of football. It gives the other person an easy way to continue the conversation.
Sometimes you can add things you like and don't like. For example, I love cats and pasta, but I don't like waking up very early. That's so real.
Yeah, and speaking of real life, people also ask about your daily routine. You don't need to talk about every hour, just the rhythm of your day.
Exactly. For example, on weekdays, I usually wake up at 7, have breakfast, and go to work. Or, in the evening, I normally have dinner with my family and then watch a series.
After your day, people might ask, how would you describe yourself? Use simple adjectives like friendly, shy, calm, or hardworking.
You can even use other people's words. My friends say I'm funny and easy to talk to. That way, they get a nice picture of who you are, not only your job.
And sometimes the conversation goes deeper. What are your plans? Or why are you learning English?
One small, honest idea is enough. My goal is to speak English more confidently at work. Or, in the future, I'd like to travel more.
So now we have all the parts. Let's put them together into one short introduction. I'll go first as a longer example. Aisell. My name is Aisell. I'm from Egypt and I live in Cairo. I work as an English coach. I live with my family and I have one younger brother. In my free time, I like reading and going for long walks. On weekdays, I usually start my morning with tea and then work with my students. I'm usually calm and friendly. In the future, my goal is to help more students feel confident speaking English.
That gives such a nice picture of your life. My turn. My name is Abdelrahman. I live in Cairo and work as a content creator. I live with a friend. In my free time, I enjoy going to the gym and watching football. I'm curious and patient. In the future, I'd like to create more online courses.
So what can you do today? Step 1. Choose one simple sentence for each part. Step 2. Say it out loud in front of a mirror.
Step 3. Write it in the comments under this episode. When you write it, your brain works in a deeper way. It's like sending your English brain to the gym again.
Don't worry about being perfect. We want you to be clear and friendly. If this episode helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend.
Thank you for spending this time with us. You invested it in your English, and we're really proud of you.
This was the English Leap podcast with Aisel and Abdelrahman. Take care, keep practicing, and talk about yourself with confidence.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.